So new this hour, an immigration arrest in Gadsden County capturing a lot of attention online. You may have seen the sheriff's office post these photos showing Louis Duxbury in custody. They say he was living in the U.S. on an expired visa, but before living here, he was convicted in the United Kingdom for inciting religious hatred. The sheriff's office says they were tipped off Tuesday to social media posts, including a video about mass shootings. The sheriff tells us Duxbury is not facing charges related to any attack or possible attack right now, only the immigration violation, but the sheriff also says Duxbury is still under investigation. We'll let you know if they do file more charges.